just wanted to know, in 2022, shortly after the time of COVID, you carried out an investigation in the Ministry of Agriculture where 9 billion shillings had been stolen by some officials within the ministry, about 15 of them. And they were supposed to be paying back. That's what you opted for, to pay back that money, recover it from them. And you gave them 28 months, and they have already passed. So we wanted to know how far in terms of recovering that money.
We have recovered, from the last time I checked, about 6 billion. There is still some close to 3 billion not yet recovered. But I can also say that we did not have at that time a unit dedicated to recovery, compliance. So since then, and so it was difficult. Once you give an order, investigators go to do their work, lawyers go back to do their work, and you expect maybe the people to police themselves. So we did not have a dedicated unit to follow up IG orders, not just recovery, but other orders. So we have since established a unit, which we call compliance unit. And it has stepped up recoveries and also implementation of IG orders. But to answer your question directly, we have recovered so far about 6 billion.
Where is the 3?
The 3 is still with them, but if they don't comply in the next couple of months, 1 or 2, I have already given instructions to our compliance unit to prosecute them.
How did
get
you
them prosecuted?
How many so far have paid?
Really, I don't have details, but I'm sorry, I can't. But I think about maybe the same, 60%.
60% of the people. And do you have an idea what kind of people have paid so far? Because it involved some internal audit people, it involved some, guys in accounts. Do you have an idea of the kind of people?
Well, when I give an order,
Yes.
then there are technical people to follow up that order.
Yes,
what I want to see is money on the government's asset recovery account.
There was one person within that same scandal who managed to pay in 6 months about 1.2 billion. And the salary scale, he earns about 1.8 billion shillings as his salary. Did that worry?
1.8?
About 1.8. Did that worry you to maybe grill further to see where did he recover that, or does he get all that money from?
Well, to tell you the truth, I did not follow the details, and I did not follow details of who is paying. I pass it on to the relevant technical people, and they follow up the payments. But now that you've raised it, it's interesting. I think I'll take a look and see.
How did you arrive at that settlement?
At that decision?
For them to pay, not to be prosecuted.
You see, several reasons. Sometimes, or most times, you take matters to court and you lose a case in court. A good case, but because the standard of proof in court is so high, I understand that you just create doubt. That's why they say you must adduce evidence beyond reasonable doubt. So if you get to maybe 90% sure, you can lose the case on the 10%. So at that time we thought it was wise to, and especially when if it's an omnibus case, like this was an omnibus case, to prosecute about 15 people in one case, chances are you might have problems with even technicalities in court. So when we have a case like that, sometimes we choose to ask people to refund the money, or else go on with the court case. That is the consideration.
Was there any lobbying from any officials, like ministers, who came to your office to lobby
No,
that these people be at least given a lighter treatment in terms of?
No. I wouldn't. I can say that with certainty.
There was
not
no
to me.
lobbying
Not
from
to
ministers.
me. No.
All right. And then, do you believe that's one way of curbing corruption?
It is certainly. I mean, even there are people who owe money. They went to the bank, borrowed money, and they refuse to pay. So paying a loan, paying a debt, paying out any money is never easy. Even when you have taken the loan yourself under the best of circumstances, even from your own friend. It's not a walk in the park to pay back 200, 300, 500 million shillings. But most of the time, of course, the best thing would be to prosecute people, take them to court. But you know the experience sometimes. Cases take a long time in court, and sometimes you lose them. You lose a good case where somebody actually told you somebody took the money, but you can still lose it in court. So with our legal department, our investigators and our legal department, we weigh the options and make a decision.
There was evidence on admission. These guys accepted, they took the money.
Not all of them accepted.
Which better evidence can you get?
Not all of them accepted. And sometimes, I'm telling you, they can accept, and then they say, no, I was forced. We get very many problems. There's somebody who accepts a cause, and then they say, when they go to court, they say, and they know that, they say it was under coercion.
These guys, they admitted they stole money, taxpayers' money. They were ready to pay, and they remained in offices working. And some have been promoted in the same offices.
Well, I didn't know about that.
So is there anything more than just paying back that IGG can recommend, especially when officers in government, civil servants, have stolen money? Because it will be like a cat and mouse game, you know. If you're caught, pay. If you're not, continue working. If you pay, you continue working still.
But you know, Sudhir, there are many facets or faces. There are many people who steal money and are happy to spend time in jail as their money is working for them. There are also many. So being called to refund a lot of money is not nothing. I know people who are sitting in jail and writing checks because their money is working for them. I don't want you to give the public the impression that being asked to refund money is not a punishment. It is a big punishment.
It's a punishment, but
yes,
I mean,
and I
like,
say, and you shouldn't create the impression that only going to jail is the punishment.
Yes,
you have to weigh the circumstances.
Is there any more reprimand to that? Because, you know, these officers,
at that time,
they remained in office serving, and many of them have been promoted to higher levels.
I did not follow them.
So is there a way someone can be punished for committing such a crime using the standing orders?
Being investigated and ordered to refund the money, in my opinion, was the punishment.
Do you believe people who have admitted to have stolen money should pay back and continue serving in government, or they should be interdicted? Because some of the names,
if they have
some of the names of the people who you cautioned and asked to pay back are already appearing in another investigation in Ministry of Education. Some of the names having again gotten involved in alleged practices of corruption. So do you believe that is enough? Or these officers, as long as they have admitted, they should be interdicted?
Yes.
As a warning?
Not even interdicted. Interdiction is used for people to step aside while investigations are ongoing.
Dismissed.
But you can also dismiss. You can also retire in public interest. You can also not renew their contracts. As long as the action is provided for under the circumstances. It depends on the circumstances. And each case is different. If I were to revisit with more information, maybe I'll do it differently.
Okay.
But under the circumstances, I'm confident that I did the right thing.
Then, under the Whistleblowers Act, a person who has done, you followed a whistleblower before you started the investigation, because the story came in the Monitor and then an investigation ensued. So we wanted to understand from you, a whistleblower is entitled to a certain percentage when they unravel certain things or bring them to your attention and you recover money. Did you put into consideration the whistleblower, or has the whistleblower been settled?
You see, the problem is the law, the Whistleblowers Act, provides for 5%. But when we recover, the law provides that we bank the money in the asset recovery account in the consolidated fund. And we have no access to that. So we are currently actually negotiating with the Ministry of Finance to give us an account or to allow us to keep 5% for the whistleblower. But to answer your question directly, yes, we have paid the Monitor some money.
Not the Monitor. There was a whistleblower who was.
No,
okay.
There's no whistleblower.
Okay.
In this one, no, we got it from the Monitor. If the whistleblower whistleblowed to Monitor, then their business is with the Monitor.
Yes.
But for us, we got the story from
Monitor,
the Daily Monitor.
Thank you so much for according me your time.
Thank you too. I'm glad to have been given this opportunity.